Good morning, everyone, and thank you for taking some time out of your day to join us here on campus for an exciting announcement. Before we begin, I do want to recognize a couple of individuals from our Board of Trustees that are here today. The chair of our board, Mr. Ralph Oakley, back there in the back. Next to Ralph, we have our previous chair of the board and current member, Mr. Del Mitchell. And I see a former board member in Dr. Linda Moore. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the 24th President of Quincy University, Dr. Brian McGee.
Good morning, all. There have been several big days at Quincy University this calendar year, and we get to finish the year on a bit of a bang. Now, I know every one of you who is Catholic is aware of the fact that Saint Philogonius is the saint of the day for December 20th, a 4th century bishop of Antioch who lived and died 1700 years ago. Now, Saint Philogonius was famous for many things, one of which was the wonderful way in which he took care of the people around him. As a bishop, he took care of his flock, and in the same way, we ask our coaches to take care of their players, to make them better people, to make them work harder and to achieve beyond even their wildest hopes and dreams. Today, we believe we will be naming a next football coach at Quincy University who will do exactly that. Now, typically, when we are introducing a new coach, our focus is on the future. But I would be remiss in not mentioning that our former coach, Gary Bass, who recently left us, spent over a dozen years with us, and we appreciate and honor what Gary did. In terms of academic progress and athletic progress, Gary was a fine coach and an even better human being, and we honor the fact that he went home to the Southeast. And going home or coming home is a bit of a theme for us today, as you'll discover in a moment. So congratulations to Coach Bass and his next opportunity, but now we look toward the future with great excitement here at QU. Now, those of you who've been at announcements like this before know that I will typically wear the brown and white of Quincy University. But I'm feeling awfully Christmassy today, 5 days before Christmas, because I feel like Quincy University has been given a great Christmas gift with our new coach. And so so I get to wear a new Christmas tie to honor that fact, and I could not be more excited about the news you are about to receive. We have truly laid the groundwork for great success in football in the coming years. Over the last several years, we've of course renovated our facility and renovated it again. We have created the conditions for success on and off the field and in and out of the classroom in ways that would not have been imagined a handful of years ago, as Coach Listener might suggest. And we are so excited about what our next coach and our players can accomplish together. So for all of you who are here today to hear this announcement, assistant football coaches, players, former players, friends of this program, friends of the university, faculty, staff, current students, I could not be thrilled to introduce to you the Director of Intercollegiate Athletics for QU, Josh Raby, so that he can in turn introduce the next football coach of Quincy University. God bless, have a great Christmas, and Josh, please take it away as we talk about NCAA football.
Thank you, President McGee. First, I'd like to thank a few members of our community. First of all, the search committee, the alumni committee that we put together, Quincy University Advancement for all the hard work they did this week, especially Matt Bergman bringing this together. Members of our current athletic staff that helped us get to this moment, including Carla Kielsmeyer. And finally, members of the football team and their parents who exercised some blind faith when I asked for patience. Coach Bass deserves a special thank you for his 12 years of service here to Quincy University. I knew him as a colleague when he was assistant, as a head coach, and when I became his boss. A true heartfelt thank you to Coach Bass. When he left and went back home, we were up as an administration against the ultimate adversary, which is time. Time was not in our favor for the sport of football. Everything in football is based on recruiting and signing day. February 7th is a National Signing Day for Division II football. Also, Christmas and the holidays are upon us, university shutdowns, as well as something called the football convention, where it seems like every football coach in America attends, and that happens in the first week of January. So like I said, time was not in our favor. I knew this search could not go at a medium pace. It needed to go at a lightning pace. We could not let time win. I consider myself to know a little about football to be dangerous to the coaching staff, but when a new coach comes in, he or she brings ideals on how things should be run. It is paramount that the new coach be in sync with the administration and university in everything they do. As an administration and as a university, we want a disciplined, smart football team that can deal with adversity and figure out ways to win. Winning is not exclusive to the gridiron. It is also in the classroom and off the field. Coach Jason Kilday's ideals are our ideals. He comes back to us as a coach that has helped Truman State University reach historic levels of winning. He was part of a program that currently has 4 consecutive seasons of 9+ victories, shattering school records along the way. It is with great pleasure I introduce Jason Kilday, head football coach, Quincy University.
Good morning. Thank you for coming. I'd like to start to say I'm extremely honored and humbled to be standing before you today to be the next head football coach here at Quincy University. To President Brian McGee, to Athletic Director Josh Raby, thank you for the opportunity to lead this program and the urgency at which you operated to hire me to complete that and the non-medium pace at which you worked. To my amazing wife, Stephanie, whom I met here 13 years ago, for all the late nights, like last night, for the early mornings and all the situations that came up where my only coaching point for her was, hey, you got to handle it. I can't be there. Thank you for being a wonderful mother to Taylor and Trey, and being along my side here on this journey. All right, I got that one out of the way. That was a tough one. All right, to the alumni and Quincy University community, I'm excited to be the head football coach here. More importantly, I'm ready to work hand in hand with you to maximize our competitive potential to make the most of this program and what it can be. To our current players, I can't wait to meet you, to compete with you, and lay the foundation for us to chase the GLVC championship here. To the area high school coaches and recruits, I want this university and program to be a destination for you. I will continue to build on existing relationships that I've fostered over the last 13 years and continue to make new ones, with the goal of Quincy University being a home for you or anyone that wants to compete at a high level. In closing, I've spent the last 8 years in Missouri. I've adopted the show me state mentality when it comes to coaching, meaning what I say isn't as important as what I do. And hopefully over the next few months, my actions will speak louder than my words here today. And when we tee it up in September for our opener, what I want you to see in our football team is a disciplined team that is fundamental in all 3 phases, plays with grit, toughness, relentlessness, and physicality. An intelligent team with high football IQ that is disciplined and excels in situational football. Is the most competitive team on the field any given Saturday, and most importantly expects to win and will do so with class. Thank you for being here today. Once again, I'm humbled and honored to be back home, to be the head football coach at this university, and excited to get to work. With that, I'll open it up for questions.
Jason, what's it mean that Dr. McGee and Josh Raby put
That means everything to me. From the phone call on Tuesday with Josh and how quickly this happened, you know, my wife would tell you, I don't remember anything, all right? But every phone call I've received for a job opportunity from Ken Leonard and my first opportunity at Sacred Heart Griffin, when he hired me for a spot that I had no business coaching at. I'll tell you that. He'll probably tell you the same. To Tim Doherty for my first teaching job and coaching at Edwardsville. That phone call I remember very clear. To, you know, when we left Edwardsville after 6 months to go to Lincoln Way Central, and he said, hey, I need you to come with me. I trust you. We need to build this the right way. That I don't take that lightly. To Coach T, who probably was the most colorful phone conversation I had in taking a job when I came here. And then from Coach Pagic to retain me after we had been let go. That happened on Christmas Eve. That'll change you. And then, you know, with Coach Nesbitt, we were bouncing around Central Illinois. We were recruiting a quarterback from Jacksonville. Both of us were, Truman and Quincy, and shockingly, Rochester had a quarterback we were both going after. And I was a day late. I kept showing up to the school after he was walking out, and I was getting ticked. And then I was thinking as I was driving to Rochester, man, this he's beating me right now today, and what a guy to work for. He's out here getting it done. And I happened to be walking into Rochester. He was walking out, and he said, hey, you are grinding today. And I said, well, you are too. And he said, hey, we're going to be making a change offensively. What do you think? You know, and I remember just talking to him about that right there. And then, again, coming back full circle to Josh on Tuesday and trying to hurry up with the conversation. Taylor was getting ready for a Christmas pageant program, and hey, buddy, I got to go, but we'll come back to it. So that means that I don't take that lightly. I never have, and I never will. People that put their faith and trust in you, I carry that weight with me. I want to do the best I can by anybody that puts their faith in me. I don't want to let anybody down, and so those things are special to me.
And that's a Christmas present, is this?
It's an incredible Christmas present. A little stressful, you know, a few more things got put on the back burner, but to be home, to be here, to be back, familiar faces, and it's an incredible Christmas gift. So I'm thankful for it.
Obviously, you got your start with Ken Leonard,
Mm-hmm.
all-time winningest high school coach in Illinois.
Yes, sir.
How soon does he show up on your sideline or you're in a suite in the press?
Very quickly, I would think. He's already reached out, and I don't know if he's been on the sideline here, but he will. He'll have whatever he needs whenever he needs it. I know that.
When does Trey get his first DU jersey?
I got a T-shirt upstairs, and we'll get it changed. I don't know if we'll sit still long enough for us to get it on him, but we'll give it our best go.
Jason, looking forward, you talked about winning a GLVC crown. I mean, you've seen the other end of that, obviously, over in Kirksville and what that takes. How close is this place? What do you got to do to get that done?
On the surface, I'd say, you know, we got some work to do, but I think it's headed in the right direction. And we were incredibly close there and weren't able to cross that bridge. So I think the administrative vision and their ability to work together from the athletic office to the president office to try to make that happen, being in line all the way across the board is going to help us get there.
You were a quarterback at Illinois College. You understand quarterbacks. The last truly great quarterback, the passing leader all time here was under your watch, and Nick Lonergan. How important is addressing that position, figuring that out here to bridge that gap? Because I know that's essential to who you've kind of been as a coordinator.
Correct. Well, I think any football coach would tell you got to have a quarterback. I mean, Bill Belichick was a lot better with Tom Brady. You know, that's no secret, and that's no mystery. You have to have a guy there you trust that's going to make good decisions, going to be an extension of you on the field, and more importantly, he's going to have to be the face of the program for you and understand that, hey, like coaching, some of your criticism is going to be unfair. Nobody's going to know exactly what all is going on behind the scenes, and the other side of it is, the thing I preach to them is, no one cares. You know, you have to find a way to get the job done. That's a big piece.
Why have you resonated so well in your career as a recruiter?
know, I don't know. I'm a simple guy from Winchester. You know, I think dealing with folks, being upfront and honest, and just kind of trying to lay out as best I can that process and being truthful. You know, my word means everything to me, and whatever I say to them, I want them to know that that's as close as I can get it. It's always tough when you're not leading the show either. You know, you're working for somebody who may or may not agree with what you're recruiting. So letting them know I'm truthful. I try to take you through the process. It's a wild process for a lot of people that don't know much about it. So to lay out that plan, be truthful, and understand that we're working together.
What's your vision for this program going forward?
To be a disciplined, hard-nosed team that plays with great effort, that you know the Quincy community can be proud of every Saturday, not only on the football field. You know, wins are important. We're not going to apologize for competing, but we're going to compete in the classroom. We're going to compete in the community as well, and do things the right way.
And have you given thought to how you're going to assemble your staff after the holiday right now?
I'm trying to right now. So there's some guys we'll keep here that have done a good job. You know, obviously I've coached on the offensive side, so I have a better feel for what we've done defensively here, and talks with making sure we keep that piece in place so we can continue to grow from where we've been. And then there's, you know, at least one, possibly two guys from Truman that'll make the jump, and we'll hopefully get that tied up here shortly. Easy enough? All right, again, very, very humbled and honored to be here. Thank you for coming, and can't wait to get started. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jason, and thank you again for taking some time out of your day to join us.